What is it about the Hajj that causes so many people to die every year? Hi, I'm Abdullah Samir. I'm a former Muslim who has never gone for Hajj, but I've gone for Umrah, and I'm going to talk to you about why Hajj is a place where people go to die. Let's begin. Hajj, the annual pilgrimage of Muslims worldwide, happens once a year. Why is it that every year so many people die on the Hajj? Well, first of all, what's the Hajj? What's the importance of Hajj? Hajj is something that a Muslim has to do once in his lifetime. It's religiously mandated. Every Muslim has to try their very best, if they can afford it, to go and make pilgrimage to Mecca. And it's a huge cash cow. Every year, the Saudi government gets an estimated 16 billion US dollars or more from annual religious revenues. Hajj alone being some 5 to 6 billion or more. Hajj packages vary in price from country to country. In the UK, I've read it's about 47.50 British pounds per person. In Canada, I know individuals who paid around $10,000, and now it's even more than that. Looking at a local travel agency here in Canada, you're looking at anywhere from $14,000 per person up to $17,000 per person. Normally, the shorter the trips or the 2-week packages are actually more expensive than the 3-week packages. People literally save their entire lives to go on this trip. We're talking like big money. For a family of 2, even a husband and wife with no kids, you're talking about, $20,000 to $30,000. Money like that can be used for purchasing a new car, for paying off a down payment on a home. I mean, this is big money, right? And as oil revenues continue to decline, this religious tourism industry is becoming more and more important to Saudi Arabia and is giving an even greater share of revenue. Saudi Arabia said they received 1.8 million pilgrims in 2016. Now, let's talk about the health risks. There are many health risks on going to Hajj. There's a risk of MERS, Middle East Respiratory Syndrome, a rare disease linked to a zoonotic coronavirus spread by camels and has a fatality rate of 53%. Dr. Burns, who was interviewed in an article on the health risks about Hajj, said, "It's a very dense, crowded environment with 2 million people all in one spot. That makes the risk of infectious diseases such as respiratory illness and diarrhea very high. Meningococcal meningitis is also a concern, with the Saudi Arabian government requiring pilgrims to ensure they have been vaccinated with no less than 10 days before arriving and to bring a valid vaccination certificate. This is a deadly brain disease. You do not want to get this disease. This type of meningitis, it affects your brain and eats away at the very thing that allows us to have intelligence. Men in particular should ensure that hepatitis B vaccinations are up to date, as part of the Hajj can involve men shaving off their hair. There are designated barbers who do that, but if razors are unclean or shared, there's a risk of transmission of blood-borne viruses. Another danger is the threat of crushing following the death of 2,000 pilgrims during a crowd surge in 2015. So imagine you have all these people who are saving their entire lives. Some of them can't actually go until they're much older because of obligations they have. Maybe they weren't religious. Maybe they're hoping that this one last attempt at being righteous is going to save them from God's anger, from Allah's anger. And many of them are in rough shape. Maybe they're overweight, they might have kidney problems, they might have heart problems, they don't exercise regularly. Now imagine they have to go on this intense journey, this intense ritual. Hajj is no joke. It involves a lot of walking, a lot of being in the sun, and your patience being tested over and over again. Okay, we're talking about something that is incredibly strenuous. I haven't gone for Hajj myself, but I did go for Umrah. What I've heard from people who did go for Hajj is it's a giant struggle. While it's supposed to be perfectly equal for everybody, you have some who stay in air-conditioned 5-star tents, and those people with all-you-can-eat buffets, while others from poorer countries have to sleep on the streets, or you have 10 or 12 of them staying in one room. It's no surprise that people die on the journey. It's no surprise that people get sick. All of those people in the same place, many people, in fact, actually want to die there. They think that if they die in this holy place, they're going to have a higher chance of going to paradise. Even though the Hajj only just began on Friday, and it's not Eid until Sunday, let's review all of the reported deaths so far. 17 Turkish pilgrims died during Hajj. So we have 17 Turkish citizens who set off and have already died for various reasons, such as heart attacks, traffic accidents, climate conditions, pneumonia, and old age. Let me tell you something. Driving in Saudi Arabia is scary as hell. A driver, when he took us from Jeddah to Mecca, it was terrifying. He was driving, 120 or 130 kilometers an hour, like this close to the car next to him, in front of him, waving in and out of traffic. It's damn scary. So we have the traffic accidents and other conditions why people have died. Already 17 Turkish citizens. 31 Bangladeshi Hajj pilgrims so far have died. 31. Now, it says 26 died in Mecca, 4 in Medina, 1 in Jeddah. Again, the saying that the reasons are related to different health issues, and there's not much details given, but the fact is most of them were males and there was a few females that died. 4 Filipinos have also died. The last one was from a heart attack. So now we have, out of the 7,000 Filipino Hajis, we already have 4 that have died. One of them complained of chest pains and difficulty in breathing, and it was basically that he died from cardiac arrest, right? So it's understandable, you have these old people that are traveling, but like really, did they need to lose their lives over this? Is this a good loss of life? Is this a good reason for all these people to die? Taking all of these elderly people at risk and stuffing them in the most dangerous place with all of these diseases from all over the world. Yeah, that's going to go well. 5 Nigerian pilgrims died in the Holy Land. The Holy Land, the place where people go to die. In a statement in Saudi Arabia, Commissioner in charge of health matters of NACON stated that one of the pilgrims died in Medina, where the other 4 died in Mecca as a result of different illnesses. I don't know why it's important to say they died in Mecca, Medina, but they keep mentioning it seems like most of them are dying in Mecca. And 1 Egyptian died even before he started the journey. He was going on the trip and he suffered from kidney failure and liver fibrosis. Now, again, you seriously gotta ask, is this a good reason for people to die? Is this necessary? How is this good for humanity? How is it good that all of these people are dying, right? 17 Turkish, 31 Bangladeshi, 4 Filipinos, 5 Nigerians, an Egyptian, and the Hajj only just started. All of these people are going to Saudi Arabia to die, and this isn't even including the hundreds of people who have health issues, who are suffering from diseases, who get sick while going to the Hajj. How many people do you know will go for Hajj and come back sick? Now, I understand this is not the only place where people get sick from traveling, but it is one place, and it's something to look at, something to consider. At the end of this Hajj is the great slaughter, where thousands of animals are slaughtered all at once to commemorate Abraham's sacrifice of his son. While I don't personally abstain from meat, I do find that this ritual sacrifice and performing this large scale of killing all at once, I think is terrible. It creates a great strain on infrastructure. There's many places where blood flows in the streets because so many animals, and you can smell the stench of all the death. To be fair, I think it's better to not eat meat. Even though I'm a meat eater, I agree that ethically, veganism is superior to meat eating. So I can say without being a hypocrite that I disagree with not just the Hajj slaughter, but on modern animal agriculture as well, which causes a lot of suffering to animals. But that's a topic for another day. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned for more such content. This is Abdullah Samir signing out.